Hello everybody, my name is Bailey Anderson and this will be my assessment plan showcase. So one of the most important parts that I would like for you all to know is that my assessments will be based around the grade 3 curriculum in both science and arts education. Basically, we will be talking about flowers in the environment as well as germination. Here you'll see some key inquiry questions. Okay. Again, if you'd like, you can dive into this a little deeper. I will have this document sent in full as well. Part of it is based off of the arts education curriculum. We do have the other sets of outcomes and indicators for science on page 11. I kept them separated so you can see the differences between the two. Again, you can dive deeper into this when you are going through the document. Basically, I composed all of my outcomes and indicators into one single rubric. And I based it off of using a rubric around beginning, approaching, meeting, and exceeding. I'll take it down right here. So basically, I copy and pasted what I have throughout the document into this single rubric. And I found by using all the outcomes and indicators and then placing how I chose to assess it based off of my 4 categories. Each category will be out of 4 per outcome. The total rubric will be out of 28. I wanted to include both of them into one single rubric as a way to include all types of learning styles into one form of assessment. Let me just go back up here. And again, you'll have full access to this whole document. So if you want, you can dive deeper into what we're scrolling across here. I just wanted to keep this video short and sweet. Again, I based it off of exceeding, meeting, approaching, and beginning categories. We use both arts expressions and worksheets as well as just all around a hands-on approach. There's some prerequisite learning as well as some extensions and adaptations. And you will also notice some additional resources. So basically, I wanted to try and touch on a bunch of different forms of learning. Another thing that I would like to note is I want to base my assessments off of how the students are learning best. So with that, there will be multiple opportunities, such as when we do a brainstorm after each class/subject where students can express what they felt did work and didn't work. And I also want to discuss what works for them and what doesn't. So I'll be showing them more of a modified version of the rubric down below. And again, I am 150% open to changing and altering my rubric. However, I did not go into an internship or pre-internship, so I was not able to use my rubric with an actual classroom. So I am 100% open to changing and adapting this rubric with a future classroom. I want students to be able to give me feedback, and as well as me reciprocating that and providing them with feedback as well. Students will be able to have moments of self-reflection, which will be provided almost as like a check-in at the end of every day, as well as with our brainstorms. So this way they can provide themselves with personal goals and how they choose to act on it after every single class. We will be understanding the real connection between what we're learning and even the outcomes and how it connects to the students in society as a whole. I think it's important to have a positive attitudes towards students taking hold of their own learning and wanting to better themselves and make for a better space where everyone can learn. I want them to be involved, and I want them to know that I am learning just as much as they're learning, and we're teaching one another. I love the approach of having students as teachers and teachers as students as well. And basically, I want to see myself as being there as a facilitator, but guiding, not necessarily standing at the front of the room, teaching and telling them what's what. I want them to be part of what's what. So that ultimately leads me to my personal goals and reflection. I wanted to go into this assignment with an open heart and an open mind, as I was not fortunate enough to use this project with students and have real life trial and error. I did my best to keep different accommodations and adaptations in mind. I did mix 2 subjects into 1 unit. I believe that this is a helpful and engaging way to assess students in different ways. I want to use their strengths and challenges from 2 subjects to see where we can grow a more engaging and fun unit that touches on multiple learning points. As a student, personally, I worked best by using creative expression and hands-on learning. Science was not my strong suit. Learning for me did not go very easily when it came to constantly reading and getting lost in the words. I wanted to be able to create a space where students can do a little bit of everything and feel included and heard. Working on this assignment, I wanted there to be multiple outlets for students to be assessed on. Going forward, I want to keep an open line of communication with future students. I want students to be part of their own learning process. I want to open up class discussion for students to speak their minds and be heard, as well as letting them be their own assessors in part of the assessment. I want to be the teacher I needed growing up, as well as the teacher that creates a space that welcomes all students and learning styles to feel successful, happy, heard, and safe. Thank you.